All right, welcome to Victory, the podcast. I'm Doug Ellin.
I'm Kevin Dillon.
And I'm Kevin Connolly. We got a lot of things to discuss. We're going to cover Welcome to the Jungle, Season 4.
I'm sorry, guys.
Next episode. But there's too many things to talk about right now. As you can see.
Guys. I'm eating my Cheetos. Leave me alone.
Okay, so we all remember Cheeto Gate. Dillon and the Cheetos. So how did this come about?
Did anyone give him a napkin?
I got the rug, dude.
We're
Don't
in the
worry
same,
about
we're
it.
in the same
I got
place.
the rug.
Hold on, Dave. Will you get him some napkins? You brought him
Tom?
50 bags of Cheetos.
Tom
This guy's an animal. He's
Tom
an animal.
Kelly is my boy from New York, who's a branding guy, and he's just a good man connected with a lot of brands. And
Did he reach out
Oh,
to
is that
Cheetos?
how this happened?
I think he sent the clip to Cheetos, so they sent you some Cheetos.
I mean, yeah.
You want a
That's
partnership?
The least they could do. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay, so they sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They sent 8 bags of Cheetos.
You gotta talk
now
nice
they're
to
getting,
them.
Now they're getting like a major thanks, Dave.
I got the rug, dude.
For all we know, they don't even know what the show is.
Here is the note. Hey, Doug and Kevin, what's up with hashtag CheetoGate and the shade thrown at Kevin for his Cheeto-covered fingers? Where I'm from, Cheeto, that iconic orange dust, is worn with pride.
I wear pride. I do
So
wear
here's
it
what you
proudly.
need to keep your hands and rugs looking fresh. The Chester way. Kevin, keep being an animal. Wear your Cheeto like a badge of honor and don't be ashamed to leave your cheesy mark everywhere you go. Keep it spicy. Chester Cheetah. Chester Cheetah.
By the way,
a nice note.
I just wiped that on.
that is a phenomenal note. You got to frame that without getting any
I'm not gonna
dust on it.
Well, we should put his fingerprint.
Yeah, and let's
dust
put
on
that.
it.
That's you know what? In 100 years,
And
that
look
could
at
have some real value.
look at how happy he is. He's eating.
I really am.
Cheetos.
I'm starved. You know, I got to
So Dillon,
fly in. By the way, I was barely late today. I should get something for that.
you and Foxman, we did Ramble On today. Foxman was on time too. Something weird is in the
Something
air.
weird's going on.
But Kevin,
And you blew the window for me to give my pitch to Foxman.
what do you did not tell me that
I
was
said
happening today.
after the show, after we do
All
Ramble
right,
On.
so
we'll go
just so
back.
everyone understands, in case they didn't listen to Ramble On, Kevin is finally ready to take on some investors in Action Park Media.
Right.
Ted Foxman, who produced and financed Ramble On,
Right.
he wanted to talk to him, but he told me, he called me up this morning at like 8, said, I want you to prep
Tee 'em
him.
up.
Tee him
Tee 'em
up.
up.
Okay. So I start teeing him up, and Foxman's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, what's the matter? He goes, I spoke to Kevin about this for an hour on Saturday. You did not mention that.
I just wanted you to put a little finesse on it. I wanted you to
But
put
you
a
should
little
have
finesse
said you had a meeting with him already. But I think I softened him up. You don't like that term, but that's a real term that people use. Soften him up like
What do you
a
think?
veal.
What do you think my odds are there?
I think this is my personal opinion. You need to be ready, like a Shark Tank ready to say, this is what it is. This is where our finances are, and this is
Right.
where you get in and get out.
You have to have a number.
The good news,
in your head, right?
Oh, I know. I have the number. I have all that. But more importantly, I've done all the legwork in terms of, hey, what is this? Any questions that he has, I have a document.
Well, I've sent you the videos, the Shark Tank videos, like simply knowing your valuation is this and what's it based on. How much
Right.
money you're bringing in, how much profits are there, what kind of salary are you taking.
Right.
They don't like entrepreneurs taking any salary.
Well, I haven't taken a salary in about 500 years. So.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you're on the right trip. You're on the right
Yeah,
path.
I guess that's one way. Of
Not
saying
on the right path to get me my money
See
back. by the
Proof
way.
of that. I don't know about that.
I haven't seen a check since the war, I got to tell you. I'm not talking about Afghanistan. I'm talking about Iraq.
It was a slow first quarter, but I think we could talk about this now. So, Action Park Media has officially made the jump to Podcast One and the Podcast One sales team. So we expect to see a giant spike in sales.
So how is that going?
Is that Rob? That's your brother Rob, right? Is he involved in Podcast One?
He owns
Doug?
Podcast One. I have nothing
He
to do
owns
with this conversation, though.
Right. Strangely, Doug really is not even involved in it. It just happens to be his brother.
I mean, do you understand how, and this will all be in the Ramble On show, how intricately woven everything is? I took the Ramble On podcast to Podcast One because Kevin had too many podcasts here. Then I brought it back over here. Now I'm at both again. It's just the
Right.
whole
Now, you're
thing is
here.
bizarre.
You're here.
I am here.
You're here. Ramble On is.
I'm not there.
Action Park Media, but they're our ad sales team.
Okay.
So they're going to sell our ads. We'll talk about. Oh, Dillon, how do you feel about a live show in Australia in March or April? I mean, it's tough to commit that far in advance.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, right? So, tentatively, we're interested.
I mean, I would love to.
What if I was to
I
offer
love
you
Australia.
$300,000 guaranteed?
Yes.
Is that something you might be interested
I
in?
might be interested in that.
No, but it, and that's what I told the guys. Like, listen, obviously, for us to blindly commit to that would be would be crazy. But the idea is, yeah, we want to do it.
I could with that kind of number. I probably can.
That's not the number, but the numbers are good. That's not the number, but the numbers are.
That would be something I would be interested in. That's for damn sure.
Right. You could block that out.
Well,
for
here's
sure.
what I'm recommending. This is what I think needs to happen for the Action Park Media Victory podcast team to get rolling. I think we need to set, which Podcast One could do it, or whoever else, set like 10 to 15 dates, even if they're West Coast, San Diego.
Well, they should be West Coast.
Phoenix, San Francisco, whatever it is, Seattle. Let's go do a bunch of shows where we can make a little money, but we can also spread the word around and also get ready, because I want Australia. Australia, our biggest fans are in Australia. I'm not joking. The movie was number one for 2 weekends in a row. They are the best.
Over Jurassic Park, by the way.
Was it Jurassic Park? Wow. No. I mean, they get us there, really. There's no political correct bullshit. And I just love it. And I've been trying to get to Australia for almost 20 years.
Have you not been?
Never. I was going for the Australian Open to go see Sam Querrey play, and the pandemic happened. I was going junior year abroad, and I had a girlfriend who convinced me out of it. My brother worked in Sydney for 2 years. I need to go to Australia.
Let's face it. Australia is really far.
Yeah, and it's a tough jet lag, but it's worth it.
Yeah, but we go for
It's
2
such a
weeks.
Great place.
Bring the girls.
2 weeks. You got to go for 2 weeks.
Yo, I've said if I had to leave, what is it when you can't be somewhere? If I was
Quarantine?
excommunicated from
The United States?
the United States,
You've probably been excommunicated from the church. I'm sure you have.
I would live in Sydney. I would live in Sydney, Australia.
Have you been to Sydney?
I've been there a bunch of times.
It's
and
great.
Incredible.
I want to go so
incredible.
badly.
You know, because they use the expression like, "Oh, down under," like as if it's like, "Oh, they're with it. The food is good. The clubs are good. The restaurant, everything about it is just happening."
Did
There's
you,
nothing
Dillon-
down under about Sydney.
Connolly might be too young. Did you watch the Paul Hogan show before Crocodile Dundee? The Paul Hogan show, the
No.
2 comedy shows I used to watch, Paul Hogan and Benny Hill. Benny Hill was obviously
That's how we
British.
got Crocodile Dundee. See, I never even knew that.
I was obsessed with the Paul Hogan show long before Crocodile Dundee, and I wanted to go to Australia, and I love the accents. I love everything about it. So
It's cool, and the people are really cool.
I hope we figured that out.
All right, next point of business that we got to talk about, because this is something that we have to do before we leave the building today.
Oh,
We have
my
to do
God.
this. So we're not going to say the name of the company. We want to wait till we're a little bit further down the road. But long story short, with them, we've been approached by a very reputable company that wants to essentially clone our voices through artificial intelligence, and we would
Artificial insemination.
we would effectively be the first podcast ever to drop in multiple languages on the same day.
Do we have a choice of
Let's
languages?
do it. I want to be the first of something.
Right.
I don't care what it is.
but
You're going to be the first one to eat 9 bags of Cheetos in one sitting.
Let's see what
Big
I could do.
bags.
I could do it. I could do it.
How much do
There's
you
a lot
think
of
you're
air
going
in
to eat
these
of that?
puffs.
King size bags. How many? Will you eat a full bag?
No, I will. Yeah. Well,
Well, either way, we need to save
throughout
these.
the day, I might bang out 1 bag.
No, but we
these
need
are
to
big
save. We need to
bags.
save these few for. We need these here for you when you come.
Yeah.
those will get tucked
Probably
away.
get a
We're gonna
second
keep 'em here.
shipment, is my guess.
I mean, they should. They got a half-hour ad read on it. I mean, they might as well. But no, we can't. We have to. Honestly, guys, this could be potentially a complete and utter game changer.
It could make us huge in Malaysia.
It would be. And there apparently, I have not heard it, but inflections, slang.
Will they do a
it will
test?
It will be Kevin Dillon speaking perfect Spanish.
Do we have any say over anything? Could we say, oh, well, that's not the way I sound, or...
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be. What do you mean? You're like, I don't like my
Yeah, I don't
voice.
like the way you're inflecting my...
It's like that take.
I think it would be inflecting just the way you did it. Is my understanding.
Do you know what Connolly claimed this morning? Okay, he said, I could write the podcast. They have our voices, so I could script it, and none of us would even need to be here.
Theoretically,
Oh, this is great.
Theoretically,
Go
Kev.
golfing.
Theoretically, I could play both you and I in the podcast.
That's impossible to
Yeah.
play me.
Wait, what do you mean? Play
Meaning
him?
that, like, let's say you and I, Doug Ellin, Kevin Connolly, are sitting here. Dillon can't be here. I can do Dillon's like, hey, Dillon, what'd you do last night? Oh, not much. I was at the house. Played a little golf, went to sleep, and it would be
Do you
Kevin
get a
Dillon's
crunch on
voice.
some Cheetos at the same time? Because you got to hear that in the back.
Exactly.
No,
Nobody.
but I'm saying you don't even need a human there. Once they clone our voice, if I scripted everything, they should, audio-wise, be able to just
Correct.
make us say whatever they want.
Correct. Now, this,
By the way, we are not going to do that, just so the audience knows. We will
right,
not
of
do
course.
that.
Well, I mean, but it'd be fun to see
If
if
it worked, it
Well,
would
it'd
be
be fun to
insane.
see if anybody would even
That would be cool.
catch on.
Yeah. Let's
By the way,
throw
do
one out there
you,
and
do
see.
you know how hard it would be for me to write an hour podcast?
Doug Ellin.
No, but
write
you
this whole
wouldn't, you
thing.
wouldn't have to write it. I mean, I think, like, honestly, like, you and I could do it without Dillon, and, like,
Wow.
Add him
us
in.
could jump
Wow,
in
you
as
cut me
Dillon.
deep, bro.
But I'm
Give him a
just saying-
couple lines.
Yeah, just give him
He
a couple.
sounds fake anyway. We
Right.
just have him
Hey,
come
fuck
in.
you, bro. I'm going to start throwing chairs around.
Look at this.
Just have him-
He's
no,
covered
we
in
have him-
Cheetos.
You know what? This is the kind of
Dillon,
abuse I get. My
Dillon,
birthday passed.
hold up
Neither
that
of you
Cheeto.
guys said happy birthday
That's
to me.
not true.
The only
I
one who
text
cares is
Oh,
Cheetos.
shit. Happy birthday, Kev.
Cheetos is the only one who cares.
But stock tip, will you please save a file? Because his fuck you bro now was awesome. Like Howard Stern has some buttons of people they could just say it. That was great. Like we could just have him say, hey, fuck you, bro, whatever we want. It's phenomenal.
Now, does the idea? Look at him.
I was looking for your
you
rug.
really were going to do it again. I mean, it's so
Do you
weird.
see how much
He had to
orange is
stop
on him?
He had to stop himself from wiping it on the floor.
Apparently,
Really
this is what
strange.
people do in
I
certain
got a
cultures.
napkin in front of me. I'm still going for the rug.
Right, you're still going
Oh,
on the
man.
sock. You're going for the
So
sock.
can I tell you, though,
Are
I
you
was-
afraid of the deep fake?
Not for me, because nobody gives a shit about me. For you guys, I
Are
am.
you afraid of the deep fake, Kev?
No, not really.
I mean, can you imagine Dillon coming out and like speaking out on matters? Like all of a sudden he's running for political office.
Right.
Dillon.
I mean, you could theoretically do like a Dillon, news hour. which would
I'm
be
not
weird.
afraid. I'm afraid of it for the world.
Right.
But I mean, it's if they want to do us, they can do it anyway. They can.
Right. If they really want to set
deep
you
fake
up,
us anyway.
they can deep fake you anyway.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So we might as well.
And listen, there's definitely bets in the office. Kevin Corrigan, who's our ace
Sound guy.
engineer out of Spotify, is just like, no way. He says no way. And
No
I'm like,
way
I don't-
what?
That you could pull off, Kev. Essentially, we record this podcast, right?
Yeah.
We turn in the final cut of this podcast. They ingest it into their algorithm, and an hour later, it's spot on exactly what we did, but in Spanish.
Wow.
Right.
1 hour.
Something like that.
That's amazing.
Something crazy. Now, what does it? I don't know. I haven't heard the transformation. I've heard English to English. Kev, I could do. Let's say you were out of town
Yeah.
and Cheetos was like, listen, we just really want, for obvious reasons, Dillon to do the ad read for Cheeto. I could read it and turn it into your voice.
Wow.
I don't know.
Cool.
I'm not sure why you think you need to read it. They could just take his clone voice and make
Yeah,
it say whatever they
probably.
want.
No, but I think the thought, yeah, of course they could, but I think the easiest way to do it, like, for example, the client could read it and it would be Kevin Dillon.
And just change the voice. Yeah.
And
Is that what they said to you? Because I thought they don't need anyone to read anything. Like they can do it long after we're dead. They can just do it.
Yeah, they can make you say whatever you want, but the point is that people can play. You can play Dillon. I could do a separate podcast right here with your voice.
Wow.
You wouldn't even have to come in and be like, I'm Kevin Dillon. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
fuck you, bro.
Sounds just like me.
Just got off the course with my buddy Billy Marty here.
Well, I love the whole idea.
Can we move forward with it?
Yeah. Well, obviously,
Yeah.
I want to see this paperwork.
Well,
I mean,
we gotta see.
Connolly, you know what he says to me today? He says, yeah, just come over. You sign the contract. I'm like, well, I'll let my lawyer look at it. He goes, you just sign it. I'm not going to send it till your lawyer looks at it. I'm like, why are we playing this sketch? The lawyer will look at it.
Which one are we talking about now? The voice
We're
thing?
talking
voice
about the voice
thing,
thing.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
what I want to do is, obviously, we're not going to send it out, but this will move pretty quick. And I don't want to have to be like chasing people around for signatures.
I have the best lawyer in the world now. It's not like the old days. My lawyer will respond quickly.
It's one page. It's pretty cut and dry. I mean, I'm ready to sign it, but I'd like to get that done today if possible.
Okay. This is his high pressured thing. Yeah. Did you ever see that? Yeah. By the way, that's.
Or have the lawyer look.
By the way, that's coercion. If we actually did sign it in this manner, it would not be valid anyway. So I know that from some lawsuits that I've been dealing with.
By the way,
in my life.
we'll play.
All right, I got other things to talk about.
If we
this
want to be the
because-
first, we probably should sign this thing right away.
Okay, relax. We'll sign it. Okay, Jesus Christ.
I'm signing it right now.
Dillon just agreed to whatever. Dillon's going to be in
He just-
porn movies
By the
before
way,
he knows
first,
it.
Sounded like a verbal
You're going to be
agreement.
the second, by the way. Now, just for that.
Can I
The
need
third,
you guys?
probably.
I know you guys
Aren't
will
you
never.
excited about that though? You're not excited.
I have a baby coming. The only thing that excites me anymore is if someone finds a way for me to never die and someone makes me money. Those are the only things that excite me at this particular moment, and that's for real. But I want to talk about this.
You want to
'cause
be on the cutting
This
edge.
does excite me, though, and I want to talk to you about it because this is with Zeus, who I don't know why we can't name the company. Why are we?
Yeah, I mean,
Zeus?
I don't know. I just didn't want until you guys signed on the dotted line. But whatever, a friend of ours who's in the industry.
Yeah.
Zeus,
So
we've
I
talked
went to
about
this.
before.
I went to this charity foundation, and I'm asking you guys live on the air. I paid a lot of money to bid on going to something that I think would be really cool with Lucas, and I think you guys would like it. I'm going to. Do you know what Buds is? This is where the SEALs
training.
This is where the SEALs train.
San Diego.
Wow. And you can't get in this unless you're invited with them. And then we go to the bar with the SEALs after a day of training, which you can't go unless you're a SEAL. Anyway, what this foundation is that I bid on this thing for, it's for our country does not look out for these veterans. It's really fucking horrible and sad. So the SEALs, which are obviously the most elite force in I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, SEAL Team 6 is pretty tough.
So there were, I think, 15 of these guys were at the charity event, which I'm going to take you to this other place called Hot Rods and Handguns. Both of you guys, the best shooting range I've ever been to in my life in Huntington Beach. Beautiful, incredible, with a cigar bar and a restaurant. It's great. So then the charity event, though, helps these SEALs transitions back into life because nobody gives a fuck. They come back from war. They've got traumatic brain injuries. They've got all of these issues, and nobody helps them. So this charity helps raise money for that. But anyway, I thought
you bid on it. You got it.
I got it. So I thought it'd be fun if you guys
little content trip.
A content trip and something good for
That'd
the universe,
cool.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
All right, well,
I didn't hear a
congratulations.
full commitment. By the way, Connolly would have me sign before he committed to this.
Wait, Dillon was faster committed to artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do that.
Well, because he knows he doesn't have to do anything. Well, I'm going to say two things. Dylan, I want to discuss this with you. But I'm moving to the desert golf course, which you guys are welcome at. And there's a little guest casita that's like a beautiful one-bedroom hotel room where you don't have to hear my baby crying or me crying, which will happen plenty. But golf course, everything, so you guys can come out. But here's what I'm saying. I ain't signing shit until you guys commit to the Buds, to this charity thing that we go to, and you're not staying at that house until you commit to that, too.
When is it?
We can make a date that works,
We'll figure it out.
I'm in.
Yeah, we'll figure out the contract too. We'll figure it all out. So,
If you don't want to hear your voice in French,
I would love to hear it. I just don't sign anything anymore without signing. I ended up someone suing me, who's a friend of mine for 20 fucking years, because I decided to not work with a lawyer. Never again.
All right,
like the
fair
Holocaust.
Enough, fair enough.
Never.
All right, we got a scandal here at Action Park that I want to talk to you guys about.
Stock tip.
Stock tip Dave in hot water again.
Oh no, Dave! What
Okay,
have you
so
done?
you know I have the bullet. I didn't put it in there, but there's the bulletproof door to my office, right?
Yeah.
And in a year that we've been here, if the bulletproof door is closed 6 times, that would be a lot.
Dave opened it.
But if I need privacy or I don't want everybody listening to the calls or whatever, I'll close the bulletproof door. So I'm in my office, bulletproof door closed, and a few hours go by, and Dave, we got him on video, does the unthinkable. First of all, he's eavesdropping, right? He's got his ear like up against the door, and he's sitting there for a good, solid minute, and then he opens the bulletproof door and crosses into the office.
Whoa.
I mean, it's
What?
That's a good way to get shot.
well, not only that, but it's like, it's just like the one rule.
What did he want?
To see if I wanted the coffee, which I don't buy. I don't
couldn't
buy that.
text?
I don't buy that. Yeah, I don't know.
And you can knock on this thing, right? You hear a knock,
I did
right?
knock. It's on the video of me knocking.
But he breached the bulletproof door, and I don't know. It's just an invasion of
I
privacy.
mean,
I'm not thrilled about
what
it.
if he was jerking it, Dave? I mean, that's
Did you think that
Were
you
you
were
jerking
invading?
it, Kev?
No.
No, it was just like he was in there all day, and I literally was just like, I wonder what he's up to.
you thought he was dead?
I hadn't.
I wonder
we
what
hadn't-
he's up to.
And I hadn't talked to him all day. He was in there.
You
the entire
missed
day.
him.
It was like 4 o'clock, and I was like, I wanted to see what he was up to, and I was like, I'm gonna knock on the door and see if he wants a coffee or
You know what,
something.
Dave? You're like your dog. You're like Theo. That's something Theo would do. I mean, you can't
don't
open
worry.
the
Don't
door.
worry about me. Don't
was
ever
worried.
open that door.
So
ever
you
again.
but you opened the door and you saw that he was fully dressed. he was healthy. Why
here's
go
what
in
happened.
after?
So like I knocked on the door and I had trouble opening it because the thing weighs so much. And
It's a bulletproof door,
I could
Dave.
barely get it open, and then all of a sudden my dog runs in there, and I'm like, oh no.
That's not true. We're gonna play the video. There's
There's
a
a video of it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Dave knows there's security. Dude, it's like Scarface. I can see Dave, like, I'm looking on the video. I can see him outside the wall. He's like, yeah, there's a video of it.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I was just worried.
He
I
was
hadn't seen it
worried
all
about
day.
you, bro.
You were.
All right, so I just want to be crystal clear. You opened that door because you were concerned for his health.
I did not see him or talk to him the
Dave,
entire day.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Yeah, I was worried about him.
Wow. And did you text?
I tried to text him lunch. I
He
was
did
like,
not
hey,
respond.
No response. And so I
Oh,
was like, I
okay.
hope he's okay.
He was worried about you, Kev.
He was not worried.
can't be
about
mad
it.
at him
He
for
heard
being worried,
me.
but
No,
he's
let
a
me,
good
no,
guy.
No, let me-
I'm
no.
worried about you.
Let me
He's
tell
like
We're
you.
all
he's
worried
like a
about you,
human
Kev.
Let me
dog.
tell you what happened. So the office door was open, and Loon was out there, and someone from the other offices, and he heard me talking to people. And he heard
wanted
me,
to know what was
he
what.
wanted to know. You didn't hear me talking to the
I
neighbors?
swear to you, I just not.
You didn't hear me tell you. You know,
was
Connolly imitates Goodfellas at least once a week.
No,
you didn't hear me tell you not to buy anything. Didn't I tell you not to buy
You
anything?
just coincidentally opened the bulletproof door when you heard me talking to the neighbors.
So I walked to the door. I didn't hear anything. I knocked on it a couple times, and so that's when I put my ear to the door to see it, because I wasn't sure. I heard nothing. I heard nothing. That's when I put my ear to the door. I knocked again, and so I was struggling to get the door open. I walk into the office. And I looked right and left. Kevin. I didn't see Kevin in either spot. So I was like, okay, I guess he's gone. And then while I'm like trying to see where he is in the office, my dog scurries out to the patio, and I'm like, I look over there, and I'll hear Kevin's like, Theo, how'd you get out here? And I was like, oh no, my heart jumped. And I was like, I just wanted to
Your
get a
heart
coffee
jumped
and I
because you're
panicked.
afraid of this guy.
Wait, I don't understand.
Dude, it's a major. Honestly, we
It's a
joke around,
breach.
and I know
It's a
I give
breach.
Dave a hard time, but like, honestly,
truly
like,
apologize.
it's okay. I mean, what can I do? What's over is over. But like, don't do that, bro. I mean, it's like nobody would do that. Nobody would do that. Like, if you
I would
joke
do
around,
it.
like,
I'll do it right now.
you just wouldn't. You just know. Everybody.
But it's
knows.
also like I'm picturing this door like real
Oh,
heavy
well,
door.
you're gonna die when you see the video.
And
And the video almost looks worse than it is. The video just
Where is the
looks
camera
super
out there?
creepy.
Are we on camera? Well, we are.
Yeah,
right
we're
now,
on
obviously. But I mean,
Yeah, you're on camera. But no, the camera is the only two cameras in here are the two living rooms, right, or the two
Yeah.
common areas. But Dave knows that because we had an incident with the camera where Dave was accidentally logged into the camera, and he said, "I never checked the camera." I said, "You never checked it?" He said, "A couple times."
Oh,
I said, "Well, if you were
Dave.
going to put the under over, would you say 5 times?" He said, "Maybe 5 times. Is it possible 10 times?" Could be 10 times. Basically, Dave was living on fucking snooping.
Oh, my
He's
God.
just a snoop,
Dave.
and he's an eavesdropper. Like, I'm talking. Sometimes we'll forget that Dave's there, and I'm like on a call, and then I hang up the call, and Dave's chair shuffles around, and he's like, "Whoosh, that was awesome." I'm like, I didn't even know what he said. I'm like, "Yo, Dave, have you been listening to every single word that I
Dave,
said?"
no
That's why I have
bueno,
to go.
Dave, no
That's why I have
bueno.
to go in the office and close the bulletproof door so I can have some privacy.
But by the
with
way,
my
can
conversation.
I say one thing? The bulletproof door, if it doesn't lock, has very little help against bullets. It
does, it
Because the
does.
gunman will probably open it as well.
No, there's a remote control that and it closes, but I don't use the bulletproof door. The only reason I close the bulletproof door is as a clear flag of like, hey, I'm busy back here.
But now you're going to lock
Because
it.
normally he was in there. Usually he closes it for like an hour or two, never a whole day, and that's why I was like, I wonder. I was
Dave,
like,
I have a bathroom in there. I came out for water. Like, just because you didn't see me out there, it doesn't mean like I don't need a wellness check
Hey, I'm sorry.
in the office.
I'm sorry.
Because I was back there for 5 hours. You were worried. You weren't worried.
Worried?
You were
Why
not
are you
worried.
saying it weirdly?
He's not worried.
Worried. He was worried.
Well, are you gonna lock the door for us?
Cheetos. No, I'm not. Whatever.
You know what? There was
I mean,
a scene.
over.
It's interesting though, Dave, because the evil guy, and I won't give any spoilers away in Game of Thrones, the new Game of Thrones. I don't know if anybody watched it, but the evil guy eavesdrops in a scene, which I actually thought was kind of ridiculous because I would think that the king would make sure nobody's standing outside his office listening to these private conversations, but he didn't. But I don't know, Dave. That's no bueno.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna move past.
I didn't know there was new Game of Thorns.
Thorns.
Game
yeah.
of Thorns.
Yeah, it's a prequel. It happens 200 years earlier.
Dave,
Really?
we're putting this one in the rearview mirror. Don't.
I'm not
ever
sure Dave
touch
has
the-
accepted accountability yet.
Don't-
though.
No, I have. Trust me, I have, and it will never happen again, and we'll never have this.
So you're
conversation ever again.
apologetic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I accept your apology. Dylan, are we doing a Kevin Dillon press day here at Action Park Media?
Yes.
What's the new movie that we're promoting?
Hot Seat. I'm sorry, Wire Room.
This guy's got so many fucking
Wire
movies.
Room.
Wire Room.
It's
Wire room.
embarrassing.
All
We're
right.
in the same business.
I like it when Dylan comes, aside from podcast talent, Dylan's coming as Kevin Dillon to do press. We get
I
very
love
excited
it,
right
man.
here.
You guys really help out a lot, too.
We
I
do.
mean,
See that, Doug?
professional mics, and to have you guys, it makes it a lot
Technically,
easier.
we got your coffee.
You got
Dave,
all-
we
yeah.
got Cheetos for days.
Dave's been good.
Dave's been good.
He's probably been spying, but I mean, he's been good otherwise.
Dave, don't walk into one of Dylan's interviews, please.
You're okay, Dave. You're okay.
But that, and then our
I
next
don't have
episode.
as many dark secrets as Connolly does.
God knows what was going on. Let's be
What is
honest.
he
though.
hiding?
What was going on in that room? For real. All day by yourself?
Well, what's the difference if I'm sitting at one table or another? Only I had privacy.
You don't have to get defensive. I'm just asking what you were doing. You might have been
was
working.
making-
you guys-
doing
I was-
flow charts.
I was
spreadsheets.
working. I was
All
making calls.
I'm working here.
I was
what?
rolling-
I'm not working.
rolling calls, and I just needed.
Why
a
does
little-
it sound
little
illegal
privacy.
to me? I don't know.
What?
Everything. It sounds like you're up to no good. I don't know.
Just need a
Did you
little,
guys listen to Jerry's podcast?
just need a little privacy. Yeah, Jerry's talking about gambling. Jerry's, you know this, Jerry. You heard about Jerry. right?
yeah.
the
Oh
Unleashed
yeah, you were.
podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You were on there where he came to us out of respect, which I thought.
Yeah.
That's right. He talked about it. Anyway,
By the way, I'm
should
doing
I tell you
a
thing?
golf event that you guys should do. It's Mark Wahlberg's thing in Detroit. Jerry's going as well.
Right. When is that?
It's I got to get back to you.
And the Chelios one we got to do.
The Chelios one we gotta do.
That's a fun one to do.
But we should do Mark's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he does the podcast, we'll do his charity.
We got to. I'm gonna. So I do. What I'm saying is, I want to do Welcome to the next episode to be Welcome to the Jungle. I want to jump off season.
Well,
Your
four.
favorite
we
episode.
got to get Reese, Mylod, something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll
wait,
figure out,
Julian, who did that
We'll
episode?
figure out what day Dillon's press day is, and we'll do that because I am going to be out of town for 2
It's going to be
weeks.
Friday.
It's going to
So,
be
you know,
Friday.
I got a lot of
You want to do Friday,
coming,
guys?
so-
Let's do Friday.
Friday. Let's do
This
Friday.
Friday.
This Friday coming
Okay.
up. Yeah, and
We got to start stacking them. I'm gone, guys. So
Right.
we'll talk about that. But I'm going to the desert, and I am not running back unless.
So your house is for sale.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Good young
Great time to sell.
We'll
Great
find
time to
out.
sell.
We'll
It's gonna
find
be-
out.
It's very interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna do Welcome to Jungle because I'm going out of town for a couple weeks. I'm actually
Where you
I'm,
going?
I'm doing. I don't say.
Oh, right.
Again, I'm superstitious, but I'm doing. Look at Kevin. He's like, what?
You're not allowed to go on vacation.
I'm not going on vacation. I got an acting job.
What? That's great, dude.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do.
you
by the
act?
way, it's a quick little thing.
Nice.
I'm growing out my beard for it.
You're not going to tell us anything
I
about
love it. I love it.
No, I'm gonna wait till the deal's.
Can I tell you something? The Four Seasons Maui, they unfollowed me on Instagram. How about that?
Did they really?
Yeah. How about that?
Well, how is that? What made you think of that?
Well, I was thinking about a baby moon because you said it, and I'm like, yeah, maybe Four Seasons will welcome me back. No,
Go to Cabo. Oh, you can't because it's Zika.
Zika.
Yeah,
no,
that's
can't
why I
go
didn't
anywhere.
go there on my beard.
Really? Zika is still a thing. Huh?
Yeah,
I thought
it's
it-
not good for
Zika,
pregnant people.
monkeypox. There's a lot of things out there. So, all right, what else?
Okay, so we're gonna do Welcome to the Jungle. I think I got you guys pretty close. I'm really more worried about Dillon. I know you can do it, but we should send that thing to your lawyer. Have your lawyer look at it. But I would like to kind of fast track this voice clone thing because I think it could be a lot of fun. Like
Yeah,
if it,
I'm
like I
in.
said, to be the
I'll
first
sign it
one.
today.
Yeah, he'll sign it, but I'm not going to send it until his lawyer signs off on it. Anyway,
Okay.
You know.
And
See how easy that was? It's amazing.
it's great.
Why can't you be like me, Doug? It's so easy.
Are you guys going to commit to helping the SEALs or not? And by the way, I paid for it, so you don't have to do anything except for just be charming and hopefully they like the show.
Is it an overnight trip?
No, we'll drive to San Diego. I mean, I'll put you up in a hotel. I mean, no,
It'd be fun. Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Maybe we'll bring the sticks too. Play a little golf. Do a little Torrey Pines.
Yeah, we could do a lot of stuff. I don't even make it a weekend.
right. Yeah.
Maybe that'll be my baby moon. I'll tell Sarah
Baby Moon in San Diego.
at the Buds training facility for the SEALs. And I don't know. All
What's
right.
going on, Dylan? What else? So, movie-wise, what's coming up in the pipeline? We're doing the Wire Room.
We
which
got
is promoting,
the Wire Room,
right?
which is I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's pretty good.
What are you hearing about Buddy Games 2?
Buddy Games 2 felt great, so I got a feeling it's going to be really, really good. I know Josh Duhamel loved it. He loved what we were doing. And yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Buddy Games 3 coming soon.
Buddy Games 3 would be awesome, man. I don't see why we couldn't. Keep banging
it
them
going.
out.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Doug, what's
Maybe
going on? What's going on? Ramble on.
What's going on with Entourage, too? Are we going to do a reboot?
Entourage?
I always like to throw that in there.
There's nothing going on with anything. I have no information for anybody about anything. Nothing.
But you're confident. You still remain confident.
I mean, nothing's changed. I mean,
But yet you have to show it.
I haven't heard one person. Yeah, we have to show it. You know, it's that. It's
You're
that-
not. You haven't shown it yet.
We have not shown it.
No
so
buyers
there's-
have seen it.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, you can't buy something you haven't seen.
But it's a matter of putting together.
Some people do.
It's a matter of putting together the sales team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets tricky because I'm
Yeah.
sure you talked about this on Ramble On. The thought is like you're selling something that's already done.
I'll tell you what. It's a great. I feel confident about it. I really do. Ramble On is great.
Oh, I have zero doubt.
Right, but you got it. It's like point is like it's not like say, hey, somebody takes you out for the pitch and then they sell it and they're with you all along. It's somebody coming in very late in the game
Yeah.
and selling it, so that deal looks different
Yeah.
than a traditional.
It's
deal.
all ball bearings.
So,
It's just tricky, man. It's just tricky. But after Labor Day, everyone's back, and we've got a couple of very big reps that want to rep it. I'm waiting for them to give me a written proposal on what they'll charge for that. And that's it. So
What do you think about doing a crowd sourcing
I-
fundraise
to be honest
for
with you-
Action Park?
for Action Park.
How about for Ramble On?
I like it more for Ramble On, but I think one leads to the other. Ramble On will build Action Park.
Oh my
into
God, if
your-
it-
The
That's
Entourage reboot. We could easily get the money for the Entourage reboot.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
that's then you got a legal issue there. I mean, you can't just go do that.
Yeah, we can do anything with this. I just think, it's engaging everybody's social media and using it to get every single person we can to follow this podcast. And everybody who wants any of this stuff, Entourage, Ramble On, tell people to follow the podcast. I mean, we know people are enjoying it and we're growing, but we got to keep spreading the word.
I mean, if Ramble On got picked up, do you know what that would do for Action Park? I mean, it's crazy. I can't even. It doubles the value of the company.
Well, start remembering that. Promote.
Bro,
That's
the
first rule of
promoting is not
podcasting.
gonna get right now. The show needs to get sold. We got to sell the show and then we promote it, but we got to sell it.
Just so you know, most people, they build their social media and then they go sell their presentations of pilots. It happens all the time. So we just
So you want me to post the pilot on my?
No, I want you to post
Instagram?
everything we do on your Instagram. Like I've been saying for years, like I wrote in the script. I want every single person that can know about this podcast to know about it, and anyone who doesn't that would listen to it. That's what I want.
They know about it. They know about it.
I was gonna say, Super Troopers 2 was fully funded by GoFundMe. They raised it all online and they went and made the movie.
Yeah, there's so many examples of it. You just need a big social media presence.
But do they do that with? Do they invest in companies? Is that a different? What would that be called? What's that called? Multi-level marketing? I don't know. Nothing good.
I don't know.
Nothing good.
I don't know.
I'll tell you
we've
what, I
never
had a
been at a loss
great
for words.
weekend up in San Luis Obispo. Slow. Someone's like, "Oh, you from Slow?" And I said, "What'd you say, bro? Who you calling Slow?"
What is?
San Luis Obispo is awesome.
I'd never heard it called. I didn't know it was
heard
called
that.
Slow.
I never heard that either.
Yeah.
I could live there.
Oh, no doubt, man. It's beautiful.
Where is it
Beautiful.
again?
It's about midway. It's like halfway to San Francisco from L.A. It's right.
Let's
dead smack in the middle.
call it
Carmel?
an, no, not even. Let's call it an.
It's before
Let's
Carmel.
call it an hour past Santa Barbara.
It's more than an hour,
Like
bro.
maybe 2 hours past Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did a movie there in 1998 and I loved it. It's like Main Street America.
so
Where'd you
great.
stay, Kevin?
We stayed in Pismo Beach at a hotel there. Really nice hotel.
I've done that. Did you do the dune racing? I've done that in Pismo
No,
Beach.
but
they're
I wouldn't
awesome.
mind
Those-
doing that. I love that.
Those whatever
rails,
they're
the
called.
sand rails.
ATVs. What are they called?
ATVs,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
awesome
They-
on the beach.
They also have a very strangely dangerous prison in San Luis Obispo. Isn't that weird?
You didn't stay there,
do a
Dillon,
little
did you?
time there, Connolly, or something.
No, I'm just saying, like they don't fuck around out there. But I would live there in a second. Maybe it's a little bit far, but
It was gorgeous, man, and I had a couple great meals. I went to this one place. It was like called the Clam Loft or the Oyster Loft. This one of the best meals I've ever had in my life for my
Really?
birthday. Yeah, so I mean, it's a special place.
You
I
didn't
really
invite
love
us.
it up there.
you did not.
No, I mean,
invite
I
us
didn't
in.
even get a text.
I
saying,
text you, happy
no,
birthday.
I posted. I posted for you.
Yeah, but about someone else. Did you
Happy
post?
birthday, Kevin
you?
Dillon. You know, I mean, that's how I do things.
I thought
Social media.
Cheetos was the only one who cares.
I did. I wanted to keep it a little more personal, and I.
Did you text him?
Yeah, I texted
Can we
him.
golf, guys?
Happy
Can we
birthday.
golf, Kevin? You've been ducking me. You won't come into my country club, Satakoy.
A lot of commitments. A lot of commitments. I'm trying to commit to a lot of things. All right,
You're so wanted.
we're gonna go.
Go out to the desert whenever you want. So
Yes.
we're ready.
What are the greens fees?
I don't know.
Because I think that would be fair.
Now, Doug, did you buy already? Have you
Yeah.
already? You did?
Oh,
I mean,
he's in.
it's closing
done.
in 14 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gone, bro.
But I'm saying I don't think it's weird to. I don't think it's weird to ask like, "Hey, you played like to leave 200 on the counter."
Yeah, it sucks. It's a pain in the ass.
So like, if you stay at Doug's house, you can play the course, but
Without me.
the
I don't need to
fees
be there.
he doesn't need to be there, but the fees
I
will
got
go
you.
on
I
his
got
bill.
you.
And if it's like whatever, it's $160 for the round or whatever it is, you leave it on the kitchen
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
I don't think
There's
that's.
gonna
I
be
don't
a-
think it's Doug's like it's kind of maybe weird to ask an adult male man friend of yours staying at your house for.
We'll make a little mailbox. You just drop the cash in there.
Yeah, Apple Pay it. Do you know what the fees are?
I think it's 150,
Yeah,
160,
that's
something like
that's
that.
very reasonable.
That-
Two
yeah,
people
no
go
doubt.
out, leave $300 on the thing for a good round of golf. Absolutely.
And it's
Hell yeah.
a beautiful course.
Right.
It's
What's it called?
And he's got a
Andalusia.
and he's got
Say
a
it
golf
one more
cart.
time.
Andalusia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it
He's
right.
got a golf
like
cart.
Andalusian
He's got the
kind
golf
of a-
cart at the house. Kev, drive on.
Really?
Load it
40
up.
You're gonna
miles
get one
per
of those
hour.
really jacked
40
up.
miles
yeah.
per hour. So I
Nice.
bought it from the guy who sold me the house. He left the golf carts.
That was a nice one. That was a nice one.
I'm very excited. It's great out
And
there.
the town is cool.
It's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. There's great restaurants.
You're gonna be the youngest
great
guy in
outlets.
that town.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
And what are you going to do during the summer months when it's scorching hot?
I'll be somewhere else.
Right.
I'll
You'll be up here. You'll be up here.
No, I won't.
You'll be at my house.
I won't be in LA. I'll be
be at
somewhere
my
else, but I'll be, whatever, in Idaho or Wyoming, Montana.
You're really just done with LA.
Yeah.
What if the show goes?
Then I'll get a hotel.
Wow.
I'm not going to live here. I'm
like
not
it.
going to raise a kid in LA.
I like what you're doing.
know?
I like what you're doing.
So we'll see.
Wow. That's pretty dark.
Your first kids were
Why is
raised
it
in
dark?
L.A., but
It's a different town.
It is different.
it is. You're right.
It's a different town.
So it's sad, I mean, there's been shootings, every day. It's something
Tents
else going on.
everywhere around here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's tough.
How's your bum, Kev?
What do you mean?
You got a bum around here.
Oh,
Who's
he's
kinda-
ripped. He's holding it down.
Yeah?
He's holding it
He's
down.
holding down the fort?
The best.
He's your bum.
He's our homeless guy. He's the best homeless guy in West Hollywood, bro. Because he might make a mess, but he keeps everybody else in check. And he's ripped. And I'm scared of him. And I'm nice to him. I negotiate with him on it. I might give him a bag of your Cheetos later.
I wonder how he stays ripped.
Give him a podcast.
God, could you imagine that? I would afraid have him come in here. Then
Put it out there. Put the equipment outside.
do a live. I should have Dave out there. Should send Dave out for.
The Citizen app was going crazy Saturday night within this whole vicinity. I took a screenshot of it because it was all within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There was
You
like
do that.
reports of 10 gunshots between 2 to 3 a.m. on Saturday night.
It's literally insane. I'm
You're a
reading
screenshotter
home
and a zoomer.
invasions and
Yeah,
cars
I mean,
being stolen.
I think
and-
something's got to be done. I mean,
Yeah.
can't have-
Run for office. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
We take Dillon's voice and we run for office. Dillon's going, I will clean up the city, bro.
I will clean up.
I stood up for Malibu during the fires. Could you imagine?
That's great,
By the
dude.
way, we could have so much fun with this technology. Aside from forget even the Spanish part of it, the English to English part of it would be awesome.
Oh, I would love to.
You could, Kev. You could do me. I
Have
could
they
do
done
you.
a test for
We
us
could
at
do-
all? Anything?
They got to. We got it. You got to sign. You got to sign.
They
and
can't
then-
do a test without a sign?
No, they have to because there are elements that they need. They need 90 minutes of clean audio, which we have.
Yeah.
And then they need to know that they're allowed to do it. And then it takes a little while, but it will be pretty soon. And my curiosity is killing me. But I think within the I don't know, the next month we probably drop a victory in Spanish and English
Nice.
the same day.
I want to do
Nice.
Mandarin, too.
We'll see. I think we start with Spanish and see what happens from there. But even like I said, more importantly, we can have fun doing the English to English thing. So we could have tons of content.
It's going to be great for movies too. If you think about all the translation issues, I love seeing myself speak fluent Spanish. Hola, cómo está?
Well-
And now it's gonna look great.
How about this? Theoretically, they could clone Morgan Freeman's voice, right? Send him a script for National Geographic. He could look at it, sign off on the script, and then he wouldn't even have to record the voiceover.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be as good as Morgan Freeman reading the script. You know?
To a 99% degree.
We'll
That's-
see.
that-
I hope
listen,
so.
I
I
heard.
mean, there's zero doubt in 10 years. I don't know about
I
today,
heard,
but
I
I'll be
heard,
interested.
I heard a test of a dead person speaking currently, and it was awesome.
Just
But
like-
that's English to English.
I mean,
He never sounded better.
He sounded like exactly like
I mean,
himself.
you saw
There's
that.
no way. There was nothing
You saw that
computerized
Tom
about it.
Cruise deep fake, right? I mean, that's video. And I watched, who was it? What's his name? It was a comedian turn into fucking Tom Cruise. While he was doing his impression on like Jay Leno or something, his face morphs into Tom Cruise. And you cannot even see where the change happens. And that's just the beginning. I mean,
Right.
it's
Well, that's the
scary.
point. To Kevin's point, like if they're going to do it, they're going to do it anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But we could be the first ones, and we could have a blast with this technology. So we gotta get your high-powered attorney on the phone, Doug. Have him do a once-over on this thing, and let's fucking go.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, we will be back.
Bueno.
We're going to be back next week. We're going to do Welcome to the Jungle.